Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as always, we will be talking about our weekly Torah portion, Parshas Toldot, legacy of our father Yitzchak. And today, our father Yitzchak, our second father, is coming to the front of the story of the Jewish people in the Torah. But before we discuss Yitzchak and his legacy, I want to tell you a story, share something that happened to me. I was part of it when I was a very young rabbi, at just the beginning of my journey as a rabbi. I was teaching in yeshiva. I was invited to the seminar of the young Russian-speaking Jewish leaders and educators. And this seminar was given by a pretty famous professor in non-formal education, and was teaching us how to integrate different tricks of non-formal education in a Jewish classical education and community development. And one of the exercises that we have there was a game, probably it has a name, a title to this game, that this professor gave us a cards, but not playing cards. Each card has a certain image, like a boat by the river or sun over the mountain or something like that. Random images, and everybody received 3 cards. We sat in a circle and we had to start the story or tell the story, meaning the first person was putting down in front of him the card and was beginning a story, how this boat got there, what is this river, and he could talk only for 1 minute. It's very difficult for Jewish educators, but yes, just 1 minute. And then the next person in a circle next to him or her was supposed to put his or her card down and continue the story of the previous speaker, integrating whatever is in his or her card. The idea was to develop this communication in the group, understanding of prior experience and building up on the prior experience. But when you have so many Jewish educators and supposedly leaders, it's impossible to tell the common story. Everybody thinks that their story is the most important one, and nobody could continue the story of the previous participant. Why I'm telling you that? Because if you look into Yitzchak's life seemingly is very passive. He seems to be the minor father among 3 fathers, Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Avram is the beginner. He makes his first steps. He's a revolutionary. He destroyed the prior world and stigmas and stand alone against everyone. He makes the first steps. He is the discoverer. Yaakov is one that creates a Jewish family. He again has to face a lot of challenges and so on. But Yitzchak, the beginning of his life, he was offered as a sacrifice by Avram. He didn't say a word. He was extremely passive. When time came to him to get married, his father sent his manager to get him bride. And bride comes and he takes him, Yitzchak, to the tent of his mother, and then he accepts the bride. He's extremely passive in the story as well. And then he continues exactly what Avram does. When there was a famine in land of Israel, exactly like Avram, he goes to the south and gives his wife to Avimelech, just following repeating the same footsteps of his father Avram. And the main action that we see Yitzchak in is digging the wells. And Torah tells us directly that first of all, Yitzchak takes all the wells that Avram already dug, and Plishtim, they cover them, they fill them up with the dirt. He uncovered them, and only then he started to dig his own new well. And even later in the next chapter, we talk about the blessings that Yitzchak supposedly have to give to his sons. It's Rivka who makes all the manipulations, and Yitzchak just giving the blessing extremely passively and not participating in the story. And it seems that it's the life of Yitzchak is complete repetition of his father's Avram. Even the beginning of our weekly Torah portion tells that Yitzchak's legacy is the fact that he is a son of Avram. But first of all, it's not an easy to be Avram's son. It's not an easy to be the son of somebody who did all the discoveries, made all the first steps, and you just have to follow. And moreover, to follow, to continue the same road, and not to be the celebrity who discovered it the first. It's extremely more difficult. This is the idea of digging of the wells. Not digging your own new wells. It's much easier. But no, uncovering and being busy with all this dirt and all the details and going deeper in the same route that Avram took. In the Jewish history, this idea that Avram was a charismatic leader who spread his knowledge around, and Yitzchak, one that structured it, one that put it much deeper and enrooted it as the concept of the Jewish people. How many times, even today, as the Jewish people, the nation, we always look for something new, to reform something, to reinvent something, to write the new Judaism, to write the new identity of the Jewish people. But at the end of the day, we are sons of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. We are the one that have to continue their road, continue whatever they did, not to do it again. Every generation we have somebody that come and say, we start a new world, we destroy the old world and build a new one, and it's always ends up in a disaster. But we have to find that Yitzchak within us. This is the time for Jewish people to start to dig deeper, to dig the wells of Abraham, to dig the wells of Yitzchak, to find the deeper meaning of us being a Jew. Thank you very much. Good luck. I see you next week.